All right, Shalom. Bear with me 1 second. We're gonna let this pull up. Shalom, shalom. Gonna bring it out. Lord willing, this live lesson is edifying. All right, we in there. Beautiful. Shalom. Get rolling in a second. Okay. The heavenly forces are all of us and will protect the elect, right? The heavenly forces, the angels, we got the power, man. All right. And that's what this fear the most. All right. That we're tapping back into our power, that we're connected back to the true power of heaven. And we're going to get into that, Lord's will. All right. And it's edifying, man. So let's go ahead and get going. All right. Shalom. Let's share the screen. Had to dig back in the archives to bring this back out, for edification. All right. Faith booster, So let's get into it, man. All right. And these videos were recorded by the brother in GMS Houston. All right. This out maybe about 3-4 years ago. All right. This was caught on film. I had this uploaded on my previous channels, which were taken down. So I just wanted to, touch back into this and edify through the spirit, man. So let's get into it.
It's a lot. Let me do this like this. There he is. There's our guy. Man, bro. Just chilling, man. Look at that. Man, y'all check this out, man. Look like one of those images of man. So dope, bro. So dope. Sitting there chilling. Hold
up. Shalom. Before I get started with this live lesson, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim laboring, the house of David, the elect. This word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and all you sincere believers in Yahweh Bahashem that's out there. All right, we're going to bring this out. Like I said, we're just I was looking through some archives and to bring this back out, man, because this is some powerful stuff, and we have the power. All right, the heavenly forces, the angels, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, they with us. They're all around us. All right, and they're going to protect us in the time of trouble. All right, and this is our faith, what we believe. All right, and I went into a previous lesson before entitled that the Lord is always watching. As you saw here, from the brother Bakwash out there in GMS Houston. All right, he recorded this. I think this was Thanksgiving football game back about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And this angel was caught on camera. Okay, as you can see, the white hair, spooky stuff, man. Right? But this is what the devils fear. Okay, they know that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and the forces of heaven are real, man. Okay, like this shows us in what was that? 2 Kings, the 6th chapter. Fear not, there that than they that be with them. You know, get that that scripture as well, right? But the point is that Yahweh Shema Washah, the true power of heaven and earth, is with us, man. All right, let me get this real quick. All right, this is James. This is James chapter 2, verse 19, and it reads, it says, thou believest there's one power, O God. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. You see, the devils also believe and tremble. Okay, this is why, as we've been going throughout the past month, all right, there's so much controversy surrounding the fact of the Israelites, the true Israelites, waking back up and being connected back to the power. All right, because they know once that happens, hey, that the forces of righteousness are going to dwell with us. That's what's happening through this word, through the magnification of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. All right, and we're going to see more miracles and things happen in these latter days. All right, as Esau's kingdom comes to a closure. All right, so like I said, man, the Lord is always watching. I just wanted to bring this out. All right, because as you can see, I forgot who got this image, where it came from. I know it was from Charlotte. This is actually in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know if it was from a brother that took the picture or was it in the newspaper? I forgot. But this is downtown Charlotte, right? Downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. And as you can look in the image here, it's clearly a face with red eyes. All right, let me blow it up a little bit. Okay, I don't know how it's looking on the screen, but Lord willing, you can see these two chariots here, right? That's in the yellow, kind of like nostrils. And then you see the eyes right here. All right, red eyes. And you got the fro and the beard. I'm gonna try to post it in the community settings, man, so you can see it, right? But this is clearly a silhouette, if you will, of a face. All right, Yahweh Shema Washah is always watching, man. Right? Hey, the scriptures say that the eyes of the Lord's move to and throughout the earth, roughly paraphrasing, man. So the Lord is seeing everything. Everything is being marked. All right. Everything is being reported to the heavens, man. All right. Yahweh Shema Washah, the true living power, is always watching. Let's get some scriptures. All right. This is Sirach 23 and verse 19. In the Apocrypha, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 23, verse 19, and it reads, such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shema Washai are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the secret parts. So the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, man. All right, nothing gets away, all right, from the eyes of Yahweh Shema Washai. All right, this is powerful stuff, right? And when you come to the understanding, right, you understand why these nations fear. All right, they fear this awakening of the true Israelites standing back up upon their feet, pursuing the Revelation, the 11th chapter. It says great fear fell upon them which saw them. Okay, these heathen, they know what's up. All right, the eyes of the Lord are in every place. One more time, Sirach 23 and 9. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shema Washai are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. You see, Proverbs 15 and 3. And it reads, it says, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shema Washai are in every place, being evil and the good. And this was in it, all right, on what the brother caught on the with the camera, man. All right, this is just one of many examples of how the Lord is in every place, watching everything, man. All right, you can't make this up. All right, beholding the good and the evil. All right, and we'll be about this video that it was never mentioned on no television. The NFL talked about it. None of these media talked about it, because they saw it. All right. It was never discussed. And the spirit had it, the spirit of Yahweh Shai had it, where the brother caught this on the TV set, recorded it. All right, because this was meant, ultimately, this was meant for the elect, all right, to see this, okay, to prove to you that, look, the heavens are real and they're all around us, watching everything, man. Okay, the angels, right? This is what these fear. Okay, Proverbs 15:3 again. Yahweh Shema Shai are every place, beholding the evil in the good, right? Job 34. Job 34 and verse 21, and it reads, it says, for his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. Nothing gets away from the of Yahweh Shai, man. Nothing is unnoticed, right? The Lord is recording and watching everything that's playing out on the earth. There is no darkness nor shadow where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. You see that? And that's why these devils are not going to get away. All right. All their plans of a new world, of a different, all right. All their plans and devices are being seen. All right. And they're being exposed, found out by the prophets. The Lord said what? That he going to consume, all right, by the word of his mouth. All right. Which is what? The men of the Lord. All right. The prophets that are out here killing this goddamn devil, man. All of his plans, all of his, right, are a thorn to the side of the wicked. All right. It also tells you in Hosea chapter 6, verse 5, all right, that the Lord said, have hewn them by the mouth of the prophets. I have words of my mouth, man. All right. So you goddamn devils out there, you run, you can't hide. All right, from the eyes of Shema Shai, man. All right. The eyes of the Lord are every place, beholding the good and the evil. You see? This is Psalms 34. Real quick. The lighter and the deliverer. Let's get to the point. Psalms 34. We actually start at the top here. All right. This is Psalms 34 and verse 1, and it reads, it says, I will bless the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Verse 2, my soul shall make her boast in the Lord, Yahweh Shai. The humble, the humble shall hear thereof and be glad. All right. Salakia. Hold on 1 second, bear. All right. Psalms 34 and 2 again, it says, my soul shall make her boast in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. The humble shall hear thereof and be Lord Yahweh Shai with, and let us exalt his name together. Verse 4, I saw Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. I looked unto him and were looked at, and their faces were not ashamed. Poor man cried, and the Lord Yahweh Shema heard him, saved him out of all his trouble. And see, we will represent the poor. Okay, and we're crying out to the heaven through. We're crying out to Yahweh Shema Shai for justice on the earth, man. All right, to be right, to be put out of captivity. This poor man cried, and the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai heard, and out of all and see, and you can add that on James. All right, was it James the 5th chapter? All right, where it talks about how the laborers, or the slaves, are crying out. Right, real quick. This is James chapter 5, straight to the point. James 5. James 5, and it reads, be the hire of the laborers who are around your field. The laborers, you Israelites. All right, slaves, reap down your fields. All right, our people built this society. Okay, through the blood, sweat, and tears. All right, who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth. You see, the Israelites are crying. It says, cries, in the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, which is the Lord of armies. Right? The cries have reached up to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord of armies, the Lord of Sabaoth. Right? Excuse me. Lord of Sabaoth, it says Lord of Israel. All right, the angels, the heavenly host, as those who are under the leadership and protection of Yahweh, maintain his cause in war. You see that? And that's the elect. Okay, who are under the leadership and protection of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right? That's why I said, you know, you brothers that's tuning in, you sincere believers, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua, fear not, man. All right, we have the true power with us. All right, Yahweh said that in Matthew 28, that he should be with us until the ends of the world. This is serious, man. Just wanted to bring forth these examples, man. All right. So going back. Okay, let's go back to Psalms 34. All right, bear with me. So Psalms 34 and verse, where we? Psalm 34, 6. This poor man cried, and the Lord Yahweh Shema heard him and saved him out of all his trouble. Heavy, and we're going to touch a little bit of that as well. You know, anytime Jake was overwhelmed by you know, the host of the heathen nations, the Lord always raised up a standard. All right, the Lord always intervened at that point. You know, and there's countless examples throughout the scriptures of these things happening. All right, the Lord is always going to deliver his elect out of trouble. Verse 7. The angel of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua encampeth round about them that fear him and deliver them. You see that? The angel of the Lord, man. And what's so heavy, let's get that too. Because we understand that the severity of the times on the earth, that the Lord is going to send who? Michael the angel down, right? Time of the end. Daniel's 12:1, and it reads, and time, what time is this talking about? This is talking about the time of Jacob's trouble, the time of the end, when shit gets real out here, man. You're talking about a time like no other being played out on the earth. All right, that great and evil day. And at that time shall Michael stand up, Michael the archangel. All right, one of the top angels under Yahushua, man. And at that time Michael shall stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there should be a time of trouble. So it's going to be so bad on the earth at this particular time that the Lord is going to send Michael the archangel down. Right? Just to give you an idea of how bad and how real shit is going to be on the earth. And we're actually entering into that time now. And at that time, Michael shall stand up, the great prince. The prince will stand, children of thy people, and there should be a trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that Salaki, even to that time, that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered. Who's that people? The elect. Right? At that time, thy people shall deliver every one that should be found written in the book of life. All right? Those that were predestined to be delivered. Okay? So my point that I'm making is that divine intervention is going to take place. Miracles are going to happen, man. Okay? The power is with us. There be more that be with us than they that be with them. Right? So let's go back. Psalms 34. Okay. Psalms 34 and 7 again. The angel of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. All right. Verse 8. O taste and see that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. You see that? And this is what it's all about. trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, believing on his name, trusting in the power, man. And see, this is what these devils are trying to do. They're trying to get us to not believe. They're trying to get us to be disenchanted. All right. They're trying to get us to not have faith, demonizing our nationality and heritage. You see all the propaganda that's going on just to get you to not trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay. Because ultimately these devils fear and they know. Okay. And they know that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is ultimately coming back to destroy them. As you read Isaiah 63. All right. Yahushua is coming back, all right, to destroy the nation of Edom. He's coming down to take down this beast. All right. This Roman Empire that has been reincarnated. All right. America, NATO, and the EU. All right. The Edomite power structure that's dominating the earth. As the scriptures tell us that Esau would be the end of the world. Okay. Psalms 34:9. Oh, fear the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him, man. You see? And he's going to take care of his. Right? Isaiah 65, he said that his servants was going to eat and have drink. The Lord was going to make a way. King David said, what? I've been young and now am old, and I have never seen the Lord forsake his servants, roughly paraphrasing. See? Psalms 34:10, the young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, shall not want any good thing. You see? The Lord's servants, the saints of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the righteous, the elect, they're not going to be lacking anything. Okay? They're going to have everything that they need to survive. Come ye, my children, come ye children, hearken unto me, I will teach you the fear of the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. What man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. All right, lies, deceit. All right. Verse 14, depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it. Verse 15, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, are upon the righteous. You see that? The eyes of the Lord, okay? The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous. Okay? The Lord's always in the midst. He's always watching, man. Right? The eyes of the Lord, let's go back. Psalms 34:15, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, are upon the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. We just read that in James chapter 5. All right, that the laborers are crying out, and the cries of them have reached into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Right, the Lord is coming back to fuck this place up and to deliver his people. Right, the face of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. And that's exactly what's going to happen to you Edomites. He's getting ready to cut off the wicked from the face of the earth. Right? Verse 17, the righteous cry, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai heareth and delivereth out of all their trouble. So once again, the Most High is going to be with the elect in the time of trouble. As he said, let's get that. All right. Matter of fact, let's finish it out. It says, verse 18, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Verse 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai delivereth him out of them all. See? There's nothing to fear. The Lord is saying nothing. There's nothing to fear, man. Just continue to trust in him. All right. And he's going to guide the path. He's going to lead the way. All right. He's going to make sure that when this thing goes down, because we're talking about what? Food shortages. All right. We're talking about martial law. We're talking about civil unrest breaking out, purge. All right. All holy hell breaking loose in the midst, in the streets of America. And the Lord is going to be in the midst. He's going to take care of his. Right. Psalms 91. All right. Psalms 91 in verse, we'll start at verse 8 here. All right. This is Psalms 91 and 8. And it reads, it says, only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. All right. And the elect are going to actually see the reward of the wicked, which is going to be by the way of that nuclear destruction, man. All right. When the elect get taken up in those chariots. All right. What tells you about that in Revelation 15? You know, that fire that was mingled with glass. You know, the elect are going to see America destroyed in various parts of the earth. They're going to see the judgment. They're going to see the reward of the wicked. All right. Psalms 91 and 9, it says, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh Shai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. You see that? The Lord is going to take care of the elect. All right. For verse 11, Psalm 91 and 11, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. You see? Hey, every believer has an angel, man. He's going to give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in thy ways, to take care of you, to make sure that your foot slips not. You know, you're going to have that hedge. You see? Because, hey, that's part of the reason why we labor. You know, we laboring for what? That hedge, man. Okay? That's our faith. Matter of fact, let me add on to that point. All right? Real quick. Before I'm going to go back to that Psalms 91, I just want to make that point. That's in Hebrews 11. That's our faith. All right? Hebrews 11 and real quick. Yep. Hebrews 11 and 6, it says, but without faith. All right. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh Shema Shai must believe that he is. And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Verse 7. By faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh Shema Shai of things not seen as yet. And that's like us. All right. We're in the same lot as Noah, man. Right. The righteous line was preserved through Noah because what? His works was righteous. He had faith. He believed. All right. Because what's heavy about it, the chosen line of the sons of God was continued through him. All right. And then through his son Shem and Arphaxad and all the way down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Right. But it says by faith being warned of Yahweh Shema Shai of things not seen as yet. Here it is. All these things that we've been warned of through the Holy Spirit, which has not been seen as yet, which is what? The nuclear destruction. All right. This place Babylon going out with great violence. All right. You got the charagma. All right. The digital incision that goes under the skin. We already see that's about to be pushed mainstream. It's going to be mandated. They're going to crash the economy. Right. A famine throughout Babylon the Great. These are all things that are coming. Right. But they're not seen as yet. But we've been warned. Right. By faith, Noah being warned of Yahweh Shema Shai, things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, and that's what we're doing, right? But now the ark that we're preparing is spiritual. All right, we're preparing, we're building that spiritual ark, that spiritual tabernacle, if you will. All right, to the saving of our house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. You see. Just want to make that point. Let's go back to Psalms 34 or Psalms 91, Salakia. All right. This is Psalms 91 and 11. Again, it says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Right. Verse 12. And what's heavy, man, like I said, man, brothers been seeing chariots all over the place, man. There's been testimonies and videos, you know, brothers recording the heavens and the chariots right over them, man. Because what the Lord is doing, he's allowing these signs to be seen, man. He's giving faith boosters to the elect. He's showing his people that he's with them. Right? Psalms 91 and 12, they should bear They should bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Verse 13, thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shall thou trample under feet, because, hey, the Lord going to raise up that standard. Pursuing Isaiah 41, he said that he said, fear not, O Jacob, I will help thee, O thou worm Jacob. Right? Psalms 91 and 14, the point, it says, because he have set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he have known my name. You see that? Because he have known my name. All right. The scriptures tell you that what? That the elect shall praise his holy name. All right. It's power in the name. Okay. It's force behind the name, man. Right. This is why, let me get that too. Like I said, this is why the devil's fear. Right. Psalm 62 and 4 real quick. Psalm 62 and 4, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth. They curse inwardly. Salah, right? So that's the main objective of these devils, man, to cast us down from our excellency, man, to keep us detached from the power source. All right. This is why he gave you, this is why multi-billions of dollars were set up. All right. For what? Entertainment, man. To keep you distracted and blinded. This is why they gave you black culture. This is why they gave you plantation Christianity. This is why they gave you Islam, black consciousness. All right. These were all ways to cast you down from your excellency, to keep you away from the true living power. Idols, right? False doctrines, false religions, everything that's not of the truth. It was all to cast you down from your excellency. Right? It said they delight in lies, you see. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly, Salah. Verse 5, it says, my soul, wait thou only upon Yahweh Shema Shai, for my expectation is from him. He is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. All right. And this is the same mindset, all right, that that the ancient prophets and our forefathers had, man. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai is our rock and salvation. He is our defense, and we shall not be moved. Right. Get this word for rock. All right. Rock of God. Yeah, there you go. Let's see if there's anything else. Yep. A rock. It says metaphorically used of Yahweh Shema Shai, the refuge and protection of Israel. Ooh, you see? That's power. All right. Going back. Psalm 62 and 7. And power is my salvation and my glory, the rock of my strength, and my refuge is in Yahweh Shema Shai. Verse 8. Trust in him at all times. All right. Trust in Yahweh Shema Shai at all times, no matter what. Trust in him at all times, you people. Pour out your heart before him. Yahweh Shema Shai is a refuge for us. Salat. Boom. Beautiful, man. All right. God alone, a refuge from treachery and oppression. Man, we have the power, man. Right? There's no denying it. All right. Psalms 91 and 14 again, because he have set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he have known my name. Right? Verse 15, he shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. You see how the Lord, all these scriptures that we just brought out, it all speaks about how the Lord is going to be, all right, with this people in the midst of trouble. Right? Verse 16, with long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. Boom, man. Right? Psalms 119 and verse 114, it says, thou art my hiding place and my shield. Right? I hope in thy word. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai is our hiding place, our shield, man, our protection. See? And I hope in thy word. Right? Oh, yeah, I should have brought this out earlier. This is Amos 9 and 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power, Yahweh Shema Shai, are upon the sinful kingdom. And this is twofold. All right. Ultimately dealing with Israel. All right. But also we apply it to Babylon, the great America. All right. The eyes of the Lord, which also represents the angels, man. Okay. The eyes of the Lord power, Yahweh Shema Shai, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. So the Lord, he's going to spare that crust, that grape of the cluster. All right. He's going to spare that remnant, that elect. All right. The Lord always preserved an elect, a remnant that was going to come back to him. All right. But the point that we're enforcing in this lesson here is that the eyes of the Lord are in every place, man. All right. Beholding the good and the evil, man. Right. And like I was saying earlier, all right, anytime Israel went to war, right, you know, the Lord always lifted up a standard. He always performed the miracle, man. It was always some type of divine intervention, if you will. I just want to make some examples of that point. All right. The first one I got here, this is Exodus, when we were coming out of Egypt, when we were fleeing the hands of Pharaoh and passing over the Red Sea. All right. Just want to make a quick point on that. All right. This is Exodus chapter 14. All right. Bear with me 1 second. All right. This is Exodus 14, and we'll start at 18. Start at 17. This is Exodus 14 and 17, and it reads, and I, behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them. And I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, which is his army, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. You see that? So Yahweh Shema Shai hardened the heart of Pharaoh. All right. He refused to let us go. All right. And when we were fleeing out of Egypt, all right, Pharaoh and his army tried to, follow us and to destroy us. Right. As you know the story. Verse 18, Exodus 14 and 18, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, when I have gotten me honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. When he was going to destroy his army. All right. Verse 19, and the angel of Yahweh Shema Shai went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. And see, this is heavy because that angel, all right, was actually Yahweh Shai, right? He was there. You see? Verse 20, it says, and it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. So here it is. It was this massive chariot, all right, ultimately being Yahweh Shai, and he appeared between the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. All right. It says, and it was a cloud of darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other all the night. Verse 21, and Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And this is all spiritual power right here, man. You see, like I said, this was a standard that was raised up right here, man. The Lord used Moses, okay, to depart the Red Sea. All right. And he made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. Imagine that, man. All right. Imagine, hey, because it was us. We were there, right? But just imagine, seeing that wall of water on both sides, man, and that path to walk through. You see? Jake saw the miracles, man. Verse 22, and the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on their left. Imagine that, man. Like they showed you in the old school 10 Commandments movie from the 50s. I forgot the Edomite that played Moses, got his name. I think it was like Charles something. Right? But they showed you, man. All right. You had the wall of water on the right hand and on the left, man. You saw you saw the fishes and sharks swimming, in the water, It says, verse 23. So this was a divine act here. All right. This was a miracle here. All right. Verse 23, Exodus 14:23, it says, and the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all the Pharaoh's horses, his chariots and horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua looked on to the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off the chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua fighteth for them against the Egyptians. You see that? This is what they said. You know, they said that the power of Israel is fighting for them against us, right? And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon the chariots, and upon the horsemen. Verse 27, and Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. Verse 28, and the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them, all right, because they all perished, right? This was a divine act that took place, man. So as the Egyptians thought they had us, they thought they had us cornered, all right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua was there and raised up that standard, man, and destroyed them all right? And this happened, all right? As you go into the there's countless of videos, all right, where you got these archaeologists that went over to the Red Sea, all right, or the Suez Canal, and they went under the water, all right, and they found the remains of the dead Egyptian soldiers. They found the weapons, they found the horse bones, the chariot wheels, all right? So this event took place, it happened, all right? And the Lord was there for his people once again, all right? I just want to read this in the NLT before I move on to the next point, all right? Same verse, Exodus 14 and 25, right? NLT. Exodus 14:25. It says, he twisted the chariot wheels, making the chariots difficult to drive. Let's get out of here. They said, let's get out of here, away from these Israelites. The Egyptians shouted. The Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is fighting for them against Egypt. You see? And the Lord is doing that now in the midst of the spiritual Egypt. Okay? The Lord is plaguing this damn place, man. Okay? He's showing he's showing the world who the true power is, right? One more verse. It says, when all the Israelites had reached the other side, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua said to Moses, raise your hand over the sea again. Then the waters will rush back and cover the Egyptians and their chariots and their charioteers, man. All right. Which they all drowned and died. All right. You see? And that's what you call the standard. All right. Matter of fact, let's go. Let's get that. What the Lord said, Isaiah 41. Okay. These are all those faith booster scriptures, man. See that? Israel encouraged to keep the faith and believe, to continue to trust in the power. All right. It's Isaiah 41. All right. It's Isaiah 41:8, and it reads, it says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Verse 9, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, thou art my servant, I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away. All right. So the Lord is dealing with Israel, man. The Lord said, I have not cast thee away. Verse 10, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, be not confused. Right? Don't be shaken. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness, which is Yahweh Shai, man. All right. The Lord said, I will strengthen thee. I will help thee. Okay. So you don't think the Lord's going to come through in these times where this nigga's getting ready to roll. All right. This devil's getting ready to roll on Israel. He got the He got the charagma. He got the satanic super soldiers. He got the drones. He got the artificial intelligence. You don't think the Lord is going to raise up a standard, man? Right? You don't think the Lord is going to turn his men into them battle axes and weapons of war? Right? You don't think these devils know that? Verse 11, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. All these nations that want to come against us, man. Behold, all that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing. Right? Look what happened to the Egyptians. That's just one example. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. You see? Thou shalt seek them and shall not find them, even them that contended with thee, those that fight against us. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, a thing as nothing or not. All right? They that war against us shall be as nothing. Right? This puts absolute fear. All right, you got to understand, this puts absolute fear in these goddamn devils' heart, man. They don't stand a chance. Okay? The forces, the heavenly forces are with us. The angels, they with us, man. The Lord is going to protect his chosen, his elect, man. All right? Isaiah 41:13. For I, the Lord, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. Fear not, thou worm Jacob. All right. Hey, the Lord called us a worm, man. A worm is completely defenseless. All right. A worm doesn't have no arms, no legs, no eyes. You know, a worm can't do nothing. Right. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, ye and ye men of Israel, I will help thee. Saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The Lord gonna help us, man. We about to see miracles. We about to see spiritual power. We about to see divine intervention. We about to see the angels come down. All right. This is our faith. This is what we believe. This is what's going to happen. It happened before and it's going to happen again. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small. All right. These other nations, their governments. All right. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small. Thou shalt make the hills as chaff. All right. The Lord said he was going to make the elect a new sharp threshing instrument, man. Right. You just got to use your imagination, man. The Lord's going to turn the elect into killing machines, man, to hunters. Jeremiah 16:16. Right. Isaiah 41:16, thou shalt fan them, the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. Thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and shall glory in the Holy One of Israel, man. Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai said that greater things than he did you shall do, roughly paraphrasing, man. Right? So the Lord, if we're going to do greater things, just imagine what the elect are going to be doing. What type of power that the elect are going to be tapping into, man. Right? You got to consider that. You know? Let me make my point in 2 Kings, right? This is the book of 2 Kings. All right. The Arameans plot to capture Elisha, right? This is 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 8, and we're going to read down. All right. Bear with me, Salakia. All right. And we're going to read down. All right. This is 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 8, and it says, Then the king of Assyria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants, saying, as such a place shall be my camp. And the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, Beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. Verse 10, and the king of Israel sent to the place which a man of God told him and warned him of, and saved himself there not once nor twice. Therefore, the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled before this king. And he called his servants and said unto them, will you not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, none, my lord, O king, but Elisha, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. Excuse me. Verse 13. And he said, go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host. And they came by night and compassed the city about. You see, they surrounded him. They surrounded Israel, right? It says, and when the servant of the man of God was risen early and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do? And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. You see that? We got he knew that the forces, the forces of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai was with him. Fear not, they that be with us are more than they that be with them. Right? Heavy. Verse 17. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushua opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha. You see the power, man. All right. The heavenly host, the forces, they were all around him, man. That's power. Once again, this is another example of how the Lord showcased his power. He divine intervention, man. Right. The Lord was in the midst. Verse 18. And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha, right? So that the army was blinded by the Lord. You see? And Elisha said unto them, this is not the way, neither is this the city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the man whom you seek. But he led them to Samaria. All right. And when you read on, you know, pretty much the Syrian army was sent away. All right. But I wanted to read that part because he prayed to the Lord, and the Lord was there. And he blinded the host. He blinded the host of army. You know, just another example. Right. That was pretty much the point there. Let's get this one too. All right. The one in is in 2 Maccabees. All right, this is 2 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 8. All right. And when you read this chapter here, it's going into how Ptolemy sends Nicanor to attack Judas. All right. And Nicanor was a Seleucid general under Antiochus. All right. But anyway, reading the point. All right, we're going to start at verse 8 and read down. All right, so this is 2 Maccabees chapter 8 and verse 8. It says, So when Philip saw that this man increased by little and little, and that things prospered with him still more and more, he wrote to Ptolemais, the governor of Celesyria and Phoenice, to yield more aid to the king's affairs. Then forthwith choosing Nicanor, the son of Patroclus, one of his special friends, he sent him with no fewer than 20,000 of all nations under him to root out the whole congregation of the Jews. And with him he joined also Gorgias, a captain who in the matters of war had great experience. So Nicanor undertook to make so much money of the captive Jews as should defray the tribute of 2,000 talents when the king was to pay the Romans. Wherefore immediately he sent to the two cities upon the sea coast, proclaiming a sale of the captive Jews, and promising that they should have 80 bodies for 1 talent, not expecting the vengeance that was to follow upon him from the almighty power. You see? Reading on. Now, when the word was brought unto Judas of Nicanor's coming, and he had imparted unto those that were with him that the army was at hand, they were fearful and distrusted the justice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, fled and conveyed themselves away. Others sold all that they had left, and withal besought the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to deliver them, sold by the wicked Nicanor before they met together. And if not for their own sakes, yet for the covenants he had made with their fathers, and for his holy and glorious namesake by which they were called. So Maccabeus called his men together unto the number of 6,000 and exhorted them. Right. So he's giving them. He's basically giving them a speech. He's exhorting them. He's reminding them of the power that we serve. It says, so Maccabeus called his men together unto the number of 6,000 and exhorted them not to be stricken with terror of the enemy, nor to fear the great multitude of the heathen who came wrongly against them, but to fight manfully. You see that? And that's what we're saying now to our people in the spirit, man. Okay? To not fear the terror of the enemy, man, nor the great multitude of these devils. All right? Verse 17, it says, and to set before their eyes the injury that they had unjustly done to the holy place, and the cruel handling of the city, whereof they made a mockery, and also the taking away of the government of their forefathers. Verse 18, the point. For they, he trust in their weapons and boldness, but our confidence is in the Almighty, who at the beck can cast down both them that come against us and also all the world, man. That's heavy, man. And that's what he told his men. All right. He said they trust in their weapons and boldness, but our confidence is in the Almighty, who at a beck can cast down both them that come against us and also all the world, man. Okay. Because nobody can come against us when we have the true power on our side, man. Like that, like the account in Judith, where it talks about how when we went to war with these heathen nations, we prospered, right? But when we separated ourselves from the power, that's when we were conquered. All right. I think it's like Judith, the 4th or 5th chapter, somewhere in there, right? Verse 19, 2 Maccabees chapter 8, verse 19, it says, moreover, he reaccounted unto them what helps their forefathers have found, and how they were delivered. And under Sennacherib, 180 and 5,000 perished. That was that number equated to a let me get it. It was I believe it was 185,000 soldiers perished. All right. He was given the reaccount of what happened. All right. It's the same time when these heathen tried to when these hosts of the heathen tried to take us down before, how the Lord basically lifted up the standard, man, how he intervened. Right. Verse 20 says, and he told them of the battle that they had in Babylon with the Galatians, how they came but 8,000 all to the business, and with 4,000 Macedonians, and that the Macedonians being perplexed, the 8,000 destroyed 120,000 because of the help they had from heaven. Ooh. And so received great booty, which is a great spoil. All right. So he's giving that reaccount. Right. And that shows you that's power, man. That's the Lord, man. 8,000 taking down 120,000 men. Right. Shows you that that the men had the power, man. All right. The 8,000 destroyed 120,000 because of the help that they had from heaven. And so received a great booty. All right. Thus, when he had made them bold with these words and ready to die for the law and the country, he divided his army into 4 parts. This is powerful, man. Right. He was giving his men a reminder of the power that we serve, man. Okay, as we read in Isaiah 41, man, the Lord told us to fear not, man. He shall help thee. I will be with thee, right? Jeremiah, since I was talking about that earlier, Jeremiah 51, right? Because the elder brother Kazak Allah, all right, he went into a live stream going into not to worry about weapons because we gonna be the weapon, all right? The brother was getting down. All right, Jeremiah 51. Okay, Jeremiah 51:19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts is his name. The point, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. So the Lord is going to use his elect, all right, as those hunters, as those battle axes and weapons of war. He's gonna make the elect the weapon, man. Right? We read that in Isaiah 41. He said he was gonna make us into into instruments of that had teeth. You know, he was gonna turn us into killing machines, man. Right? That's the power that's going to be raised up on the earth. Jeremiah 51:21. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. Right? Hey, because you got to understand, man, hey, the elect, they're going to take the kingdom by force. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. Just like what happened back then in the ancient world is going to happen now, man. All right? We're going to break in pieces. Hey, tell Vocab Malone we're going to throw tanks, man. We're going to rip apart helicopters, man. We're going to destroy soldiers by the thousands, by the hundreds of thousands. Thus saith the scriptures. And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and the rider. That'll be your modern day tank. All right, your modern day MRAP. All right. And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. All right, these jets, these planes, these copters, right? Your super soldiers. Verse 22, and with thee also will I break in pieces man and woman. And with thee will I break in pieces old and young. And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. Yeah, Jeremiah 16:16. The elect are going to go from fishers to hunters. Right? Verse 23. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers. Right? The elect are going to be raised up with that power, and they're going to take over the planet Earth. Right? Verse 24, I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in your sight, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So this is what's coming on the earth, man. That power, that standard, man. The power from heaven. Let me get one more. That's why the Lord told us to be patient until we be endued with power on high, right? Luke 24 and verse 48 and 49. This is red letter Yahweh Shai speaking. Luke 24, verse 48. And ye are all witnesses of these things. Verse 49, and behold, I send you the promise of my Father upon you. This is the promise from the Heavenly Father. And behold, I send the promise of my Father upon you, but tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until you be endued with power from on high. You see that? So these devils know that the power from on high, the power from heavens is coming on the earth upon the Lord's men. All right. You're talking about the time of Acts all over again. All right. The miracles. All right. Divine intervention. Things happening. And you got certain individuals out there, all right, that are part of the elect that are going to fully come into this thing when they see those miracles, when they see those, when they see the standard raised up. All right. Like the scriptures tell us in Psalm 110, that thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. All right. This is Psalms 110. All right. Psalms 110, verse 3, it says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. See, people are going to be willing. They're going to be willing to do anything to be on that on the right side of the Most High in that time, man, to be on the good side in that day. Right? You got souls that are reserved that are going to believe when that time comes. Right? Hey, certain individuals were set up to see it, to believe it. And that's how the Lord wanted it. Psalms 110 and 3, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, in the beauties of holiness. From the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. You see that? You know? So, hey, the point, all right, the power is coming, man. The power is coming, and the Lord is always watching, man. You know? I wanted to bring that out, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying, man. You know? For the precepts, Akim, you know? Pray that this lesson was edifying. We'll close it out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutation to all you Akim out there laboring. Hey, Shalom.